Next position we're going to look at our breakdown, our lineup position on top, and then a couple breakdowns. All right, so Colin's on the bottom, Matt's on the top. Notice Colin's position. Colin has to have his knees behind the yellow line. His hands must be in front of the yellow line. When Matt lines up on top, he's going to line up with his outside knee down on the mat. His back leg is up, and Matt's going to put his chest on Colin's back. Chest on the back. Matt's going to take his inside hand and put it on Colin's elbow, and he's going to take his outside hand and wrap it around Colin's waist, right, on the belly button. Notice Matt has his weight on Colin. Also notice that Matt is along the center line of Colin. Matt cannot hang his head over the edge. Not hang your head over the edge. Can't do that. He's got to be in the center or over top. He doesn't want to be high. He wants to be his weight on Colin, but he wants to be on the center line. Okay? This is good lineup position. Guys, if you could rotate so we could see the back of that real quick. Okay? From behind, looks something like this. Notice that Matt is tight to Colin. Chest on Colin's back. The right arm is around the waist. His left hand is still on the elbow. For our first breakdown, what Matt's going to do is take his back knee and he's going to line it up, stay rotated. He's going to take his back knee and position it so that it will go right up Colin's butt. Our first breakdown here is just a chop to a tight waist, or to a cross wrist. Okay, there are three big things at play here. Number one, Matt has to have chest pressure on Colin's back. Number two, Matt is going to chop Colin's arm, and at the same time, number three, he's going to run his knee up Colin's butt. So this is how it'll all look when it comes together. 1, 2, 3, go. Boom. When he chops to a cross wrist, notice now Matt has Colin's cross wrist with his right hand. Matt, pull that wrist out so we can see it. See, he has the cross wrist. Right? And from there you can affect a whole bunch of offense. Okay? Let's see that move from the front position now. Okay, same thing. Key points. Line up, chest on back. Inside hand is on the elbow. Outside hand is around the waist. Inside knee is down. Matt's outside knee is up. On the go, Matt is going to apply chest pressure. He's going to chop the arm, and he's going to run his knee up the butt. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Boom. And again, notice he chops the arm to a cross wrist. Okay? Second option here is called a far knee, far ankle breakdown. Far knee, far ankle, Matt's going to use the same lineup, same position, but now on the go, what Matt's going to do is take his back leg and high leg it back. And as he does that, he's going to drop his shoulder way into Colin's hip, even further down that, way into the hip. Notice Matt's front hand is on Colin's knee. Notice his back hand is on Colin's ankle. Matt is looking toward Colin's butt. Now Matt's going to be on his toes and he's going to drive Colin over. Drive, drive, drive. That's called far knee, far ankle. Let's see that from a different angle. So rotate. Okay, again, same lineup. He's going to high leg back, and as he high leg, he drops his shoulder into Colin's rib cage. Notice how he's blocking again the far knee and the far ankle. Matt is looking toward Colin's butt. He's on his toes and he's going to drive Colin over. Drive, drive, drive. See, that's called far knee, far ankle. Last segment here, these two moves work well together. So if you don't get the chop and cross wrist, often you'll get the far knee, far ankle. Watch how they work. So Matt's going to try to chop and cross wrist. Go ahead. Colin fights it. So what Matt's going to do is slide to far knee, far ankle, and then drive the far knee, far ankle over. Okay? And it works the other way around. If Matt tries a far knee, far ankle, and Colin fights it, far knee, far ankle, Matt can climb back on top and go chop the cross wrist. Those two moves work well together as breakdowns.